The following presentation about Nova Scotia attractions is in partnership with the textbook Selling Destinations, Geography for the Travel Professional, 5th Canadian edition by Mark Mancini. The goal of this class is to be able to describe the attractions in Nova Scotia, remember the attractions in each city and town, while being able to create and recommend travel itineraries. Are there any questions before we start? Okay, let's begin. Almost completely surrounded by water, Nova Scotia boasts a string of more than 65 seaside fishing villages and towns. It is the focal point of Canada's fishing industry, and it's significant in history, music, and literature. Nova Scotia is connected to New Brunswick by only a narrow isthmus, which borders the remarkable Bay of Fundy, whose tides average more than 14 meters, the greatest in the world. Cape Breton Island, located on the northeast coast, is filled with many attractions, such as the Cabot Trail of Cape Breton Island, which is a 300-kilometer sightseeing drive that loops along Nova Scotia's northernmost point. It is one of the most scenic drives in North America. With rolling green hills and rugged coastal cliffs, the trail not only is visually remarkable, but also winds past several interesting attractions. This is one of 11 sightseeing routes in the Nova Scotia Scenic Travelways system. The Alexander Graham Bell National Historic Site is located in Baddeck at the beginning of the Cabot Trail. It is the world's most comprehensive museum on the telephone inventor's scientific and humanitarian achievements. The Cape Breton Highlands National Park offers waterfalls, landscapes, beaches, and spectacular cliffs. The park attracts those into ecology, hiking, and photography. Also on Cape Breton Island is the Fortress of Louisbourg. This National Historic Site is a meticulous restoration of the town and fort as it appeared 250 years ago, complete with authentically costumed staff, soldiers, and artisans. Question time! What is the name of the scenic drive through Cape Breton? It is the Cabot Trail. Second question, where will you find the greatest tides in the world? That can be found at the Bay of Fundy. Located on the southwest coast near the coastal town of Annapolis Royal is the Port Royal National Historic Site. Here you will find the exact replica of the fur trading post built by Samuel de Champlain and Pierre de Guademont in 1605. Nearby is a fort and National Historic Site and museum with a preserved fortress. Also located along the southwest coast is the Grand Prix National Historic Site. This site is the setting for Longfellow's famous poem, Evangeline. The park commemorates the exile of the Acadians in the mid-18th century. Just a short drive from Halifax is Peggy's Cove. This is a picture-perfect fishing village complete with an old lighthouse and fishing wharves. It may be the most frequently painted site in all of Canada. Many visitors stop just outside of the village for a picnic lunch along the shore. Another day trip from Halifax is Old Town Lunenburg, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site featuring buildings dating back to 1760. Lunenburg's attractions include its many Victorian homes and the Blue Nose 2, an exact replica of the famous international sailing champion, which docks here when not on tour. Fun fact, the Blue Nose 2 is pictured on the Canadian 10-cent coin. Halifax is the capital of Nova Scotia, featuring numerous museums, landmark buildings, galleries, shops, restaurants, and a casino. It is the largest city of the Atlantic provinces, but is vibrant and contemporary. It retains a small city ambiance that reflects Nova Scotia's cultural and maritime past. Here, visitors can find the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic, Province House, and much more like the following. The Halifax Citadel National Historic Site finished construction in 1856. It was originally built to defend the harbor below. This historic site gives visitors the opportunity to explore the history of the fortress and the soldiers who were stationed there. The Pier 21 National Historic Site marks the place where more than 1 million immigrants gained entry into Canada. Another historic place is Fairview Lawn Cemetery, where 121 victims of the Titanic sinking and later those of the disastrous 1917 Halifax fire were buried. Other options to see Halifax include a harbor cruise, a stroll along the waterfront, or by taking a tour of the Alexander Keith's Brewery, which is the oldest working brewery in North America. Question time round 2. Where can you find a replica of the Blue Nose 2? That can be found in Old Town Lunenburg. Next question. What is the oldest brewery in North America? That would be the Alexander Keith's Brewery in Halifax. That concludes today's slideshow presentation. All sources used can be found here. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you.